Hi, this is Miriam from GrannyKeto.com, and I want to talk to you today about the SmackDown method of goal setting. For those of you who are familiar with wrestling, you might know Diamond Dallas Page, and he has a wonderful way of goal setting. I don't know whether he claimed it as his own or whether he got it from someone. I may be third or fourth generation with this, but it's a wonderful way to set goals, and my transitions program is actually perfect for it. So, SmackDown. So, what does it stand for? You make goals that are specific, measurable, achievable, compatible, and you're able to keep going with it. And I want to jump up here to compatible because you have to find something that is compatible not only with your lifestyle, but compatible with what you're willing to do. And this is why I want to talk today a little bit about Granny Keto's transition program. And I will be talking about this more as more episodes come about. Some people, Granny Keto, so obviously I have to do with keto. But after coaching people for a while, I realized that not everybody wants to do keto. And even if they do, they may not be a jump in the deep end sort of person. They want to dip their toe in. Or more likely, let's say it's a spouse, let's say it's a married couple or a couple living together or whatever. So one person wants to do keto, one person doesn't want to do keto. So how can we make a, a goal that's compatible for whether it's your method of doing things or working with somebody or whatever? So let's start and be specific. What do you want? What do you want from a program that could be also a weight loss program? And I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes because keto isn't necessarily weight loss, but most of you tuning in, you want to do it for weight loss. So you want to be very specific and you say, I want to lose 40 pounds. Well, put down the weight. Second of all, how is it measurable? Okay. Are you getting on a scale? Are you measuring yourself? Are you getting on the scale daily? Are you once a week, once a month? Do you only do it when you go to the gym? Make sure you can measure your goal. Then we have achievable. Okay, anything is achievable, anything. What you might have to do is adjust your time limit. So let's say your goal is to lose 80 pounds. Well, it's February now. You're not going to lose 80 pounds in time to fit into a dress for a wedding in June. All right. So, what you want to do is set achievable goals. And so, shoot for the moon. Say, I want to lose 80 pounds. But what is achievable? Okay, because if you're disappointed in June that you didn't lose that 80 pounds, you'll probably go right back to where what got you there in the first place. So you want something achievable. And then we come to compatible, and this is where I want to talk about the program. I have 5 steps to keto. Now, if you want to ultimately do keto, but you don't want to do it all at once, for whatever reason, maybe you just, like I said, you don't jump in the deep end, you put a toe in at a time. If that's your personality and that's the way you approach things, then that's fine. But recognize it in yourself. Or you may not want if you've heard of the keto flu, and I don't know whether I did a video on it. Look up, just Google keto flu. Everybody will tell you about that. If you go through the steps, you're much less likely to experience the keto flu. Maybe you're doing it with a friend, or maybe you're doing it with your spouse, or maybe whatever, and you're ready to go keto, but they say no, we just got to take it a little bit more slowly. So you want to find something that's compatible not only with your own personality traits, but compatible with your lifestyle. If you're doing it with somebody, it has to be compatible with friends or family. So my 5 steps, let me tell you, you can either go all the way to keto, or each one is a standalone step. Okay, if you go to my podcast, Chew the Fat with Granny Keto, I have on a couple, Amy and Chris, and I'm following them several weeks through their journey. Amy is only at step one. That's all she wants to be. She wants to cut out the sugar and the baked goods with the flour. She wants to get that out of her life. Chris, I'm bringing all the way to keto. So Amy is taking this as a standalone step. Okay, let's say the next step is no grains and no legumes. All right, you just want to get all that food, um, let's say gluten free, or you're following a certain eating plan, celiac, you want to get rid of all of this stuff. So you may just say, okay, I'm going to just use step 2 standalone. You can go from no sugar and no baked products and add to it no grains and legumes. Or let's say you have, let's say celiac, or you have IBS or whatever. You say, you know what, I'm okay with a little bit of sugar. It's the grains and the legumes that I really need to cut out. Stay here. Okay? I'm sorry this isn't large enough. If you go to grannyketo.com, oh, hold on. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's much better. Okay, so your 5 steps to keto. So the first one is, okay, you can tell I'm still new with this YouTube stuff. Okay, I'm doing my best. All right, so no sugar and no baked products. The second step is no grains and no legumes. The third step, limited carbohydrates. That's actually very interesting. If you're going to go to keto, you've got to go through steps 1 and 2. The point of 3 is at that point you start looking foods up. How many carbohydrates are in these vegetables? How many carbohydrates are in these dairy products? You start to get that awareness. However, step 3, stand alone. Okay? You may just want to go low carb. Have your oatmeal in the morning, maybe one dessert a week, maybe popcorn at the movies. You have no interest in cutting anything out. You just want to go low carb. So I work with people just to get them low carb. Okay, but let's say you want to do keto. So you've done the first 2 steps, and then the next step, ta-da, moderate protein and no fruits except berries. Okay, so what I'll teach you, or what you can find out on your own. I'm really on the fence, because I'm trying to tell you what I do as a coach, but I'm not trying to sell you anything. This is free knowledge. You can just look it up and find it, okay? But what I need my clients to do, and what I need to do with you, is to learn to moderate your protein. Atkins was a little bit, or much more higher protein. Athletes will have a lot more protein. There is a range of protein, but moderate is the word. Moderate is the word. So I'll teach you about moderate protein. Then you're going to be at full keto in a minute. So you go to step 5. Oh, where is it? There it is. Higher fat, no starchy vegetables. Okay. My reasoning behind these, taking the steps this way, is that I'm asking you to cut out baked goods. I'm asking you to cut out grains. You're going to eat limited carbohydrates. We're cutting out the pasta and the bread and all of that sort of stuff. It can be a real tough leap to say no carrots, no sweet potatoes, no parsnips if you like those kind of vegetables, no root vegetables. On keto, you don't have them, but I thought that if I'm asking you to give up rice and pasta and bread and all of that, I thought that if I gave you no root vegetables, I thought that was really I thought that was really asking a lot and might not be compatible or something where that you could keep going. Okay, so that fifth step is learn to eat higher fat and to eliminate the starchy vegetables. So this Granny Keto program is a way that you can work your way to keto or comfortably stay at one step or the other. Okay, pick a step. Pick a step. Maybe you have some sort of a medical condition and the doctor said to you, I need you to cut back on your protein. So you can go to that step and you can learn how to cut back on your protein. So the thing is that the transitions program, as I said, it can work as a whole or it can work step by step. You can take as long a time as you want on each step, or just say this is where I'm staying. Like my friend Amy, she says, I'm happy with the Mediterranean diet. I just want to get all the sugar out of my pantry. I want when we go out to dinner, maybe I'll have a bowl of berries and I won't have, a dessert or something. And maybe that's where you are. Okay, so those of you who follow wrestling know that smack is not the full expression. It's smack down. And I want to tell you what the down is. Down is D for do it. O is own it. W is write it down, and we're going to do a video on that. And N stands for now. Okay, so you want to find a food plan, an eating plan, and you want to smack down and you want to make those goals and you want to do it. I think that compatible and keep it going is where most people get left behind on a weight loss plan. They have specific goals. They know how to measure them, and they're actually achievable goals, but they pick things that are not compatible for themselves. And because it's not compatible with what they like to do, they can't keep it going. What's the expression? The tiger can't change its stripes or something like that. We can make a lot of changes in our lives. We absolutely can. And so many people have just, you hear the expression, they turn their lives around, and that's absolutely possible. But if you're a tiger, you are not going to wake up as a rhinoceros. Okay, so you have to find what's compatible for your lifestyle, your likes, your dislikes, the people you live with, the people who visit you, the people you work with. And as long as you've got this C part down of your goals, chances are everything else is going to work for you. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with an instruction. Come to grannyketo.com. Okay, there is, if you look around on the site, it might be under the coaching tab, but you can learn about the transitions program. A lot of it is work that I do with my clients personally, but there's a lot of work in the handout. Okay, or not in the handout, but in the thing that's in that section of the website. Also, I have a new podcast called Chew the Fat with Granny Keto. And actually, I've sort of taken the path of interviewing couples or people with taking care of families. I interviewed somebody, she's a grandma, she got 15 grandkids, and they get together for all the holidays. So a family person, a couple. I have somebody that I'll be interviewing later in the month that they're actually work cohorts. So this Granny Keto is really good because not everybody does the same thing. So come to the podcast. You're going to learn it's not a scientific one. It's just, it's chewing the fat. That's the name of it. It's chit chat, and hopefully there'll be things of value to you and you will find things that are interesting. And then my Facebook page, okay, Granny Keto LLC. Try to remember the LLC. please come and like it, because I do Facebook Lives almost every day. I blog almost every day, which you'll see if you come this. But if you like the Granny Keto LLC, you'll get notice of all the recipes, all the blogs, all the Facebook Live. I'm very active. But then the most exciting thing is at the top of the Facebook page, I have started a group, but more the better verb is I have established a group. Okay, well, it's not quite going yet, but please come and join, and you'll see it has this image on it, so you don't have to hunt around for it. It's right at the top of the page. Hit click join. And it's a closed group in that you have to ask to join it, but it's an open group in that everybody can post on a business page. Usually it's the person who owns it, like I post and you comment, but that's why I wanted the group page, because then everybody can post, and it's more of a community. So please come to Granny Keto LLC, like the page, join the group. Okay. And then down here, either this side or this side, you'll see a subscribe button. I'm really going to follow through on transitions for my next several YouTube videos. Today was just telling you about it, but the videos are going to address every single step and talk about it in depth, and sort of coach you as much as you could be coached in a YouTube video. But I want to take on just not giving information, but I want to start turning it over to coaching. So please subscribe so that you get those notifications every time a new video is posted. My posting for YouTube videos is Friday afternoons, so just look for them. The recipes are Thursdays. The podcasts are every other Thursday they come out. Blogs, my original schedule was blogging on Wednesdays, but I've been blogging every day except the weekends if I have the grandkids. That's about all I can handle. But I've been blogging, let's see, the recipes, the blogging. I've been trying to do Facebook book lives every day. So it's a very, very active situation, and I hope to build a community. I can't be a community of one, okay? I have friends, I do have followers, but I really need for you to be active and to be participants, and that's why I have this group now. So please go to Granny Keto LLC, sign up for the group, all 5 steps to keto, and do everything else. Okay, there's a lot to offer. Something is going to resonate with you, and I hope it does. Anyway, thank you very much, and see you later. Bye bye.